All right. Welcome to the stream. I'm working on this tune for WVU Jazz Ensemble 2. It's their second big band, and it's a pretty cool tune. Don't have a title for it, and I'll play it from the top to make sure it's all working. It's kind of long, can you tell? Just open the guitar part. That's okay. We don't need to do another solo. So we're going to jump to where after the solo starts, where the solo ends. Here's how we get out of the solo. And here's what we're going to be working on today, plus polishing, cleaning up some things earlier on in the piece. I kind of need to get it done because they need to start rehearsing this on Monday. While this plays out, I'll post in the Dorico group. Don't know why Dorico's butchering that fermato, by the way. I'll figure it out. fermata. Let's explain my form of this piece, just because it's going to help me write the N in the correct way. Also, I should actually check my stream to see if anyone joined. No. YouTube's a little mad my stream is at a high resolution, but I think it's okay. Hopefully. Let me check on my phone because I know how this goes. Technology sucks. Sucks. No, it's fine. Okay, let's keep working. So, here is the main melody of the piece, right at the top. Okay, cool. This is the long drawn out response I arrive at. And I kind of like this idea where I have something in the beginning, and then instead of giving it all to you at the beginning of the piece, which I'd say is pretty typical of a lot of pieces that follow a structured form, I wait till now to give it to you, and then I bring it together in the end. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to play from the shout chorus here over the word. We're going to be working on this melody out. I'll start it from the build up, actually. Here's where the melody we're going to be working on. So listen one more time to the piano of it. So this hit's supposed to go ba da ba da da ba da wa da ba ba da da. Dorico does not like this fermata at this moment, and I haven't fixed it. All right, let's throw this in the flugelhorn. I've kind of just decided trumpet 4 is actually just going to be a flugelhorn player the whole time, because I kind of like doing that. Because I give them a lot of melody stuff. Then I don't have to switch horns. And they really do function as kind of a gap in between the tone qualities of a trombone and a trumpet. It's kind of a nice glue between the sections. Yep, so they're in flugelhorn. That makes it easy. That said, I already have a lot of flugelhorn in the end. So maybe we give it the saxes. That said, I've also tortured saxes for a little bit here. How about trombone? Trombone, bari sax, they get left out. So we got these pickups. Obviously that's there. Let's do like a tenor 2 trombone 1 thing. Trying to pick out a cool section to work with here. I guess I could just not overthink it, give it to tenor 1. That's a thing I could do. So, it's our dynamic. I just want to hear what I think this is going to sound like. So. I think that's higher than I want it. Yeah. And they don't need to re-articulate that. Maybe I do some kind of thing where I pass the melody around. I feel like that might be better saved for the second 8 bars of this. Okay, let's keep going. And maybe it starts as a counter melody. So we have this and a counter melody. And then by the time they get to the second 8 bars, they'll start passing the melody around. That way it can kind of fizzle out into this end figure over here. And also, it'll give us a cool thing to arrive at here when they come back together. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, I promise. Let's just take this whole thing. And we're gonna make those short. Ba 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 do 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 do. They don't need to articulate that. That can be short. Now let's give this to my tenor. Let's listen. Cool. Yeah, I like that texture. Let's keep working with that. If you're joining the stream, please say hi. Say how's your 2026 going? How about that? I was on a cruise and then I got disgustingly sick, so my voice sounds bad. So, I kind of like the space here. Let's do some variations in this melody. How about this one? And fourth duration. And that's going to be a short note. I like to overwrite my articulations, especially because I'll say I target ensembles that are college level that also are not always full jazz majors, so I kind of supply them some of the implied jazz stuff, like articulations. Yeah, that's awesome. Bum, 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 and that can actually glisten slide would be cool. Glisses sound great in Dorico because we have control down here over this delayed start. So we're able to make it sound really natural. Trombones, just they don't sound natural. It's just how it is with these MIDI trombones. That said, I like the samples I use. I still think it gives me the best representation for the tone I expect, which is kind of brighter. Cool. I'm digging this. Oops. Selected multiple notes. So I would like to vary this somehow. Ba-da-ba-da. What about a triplet? You know, it might be. Oh, I was like, I clicked slur. I didn't press my key hard enough. So this could be a cool variation here. Let's listen to that. And I want this to be another short. Cool. Then we're going to write a cool counter melody to this. I might do more of a chord patty thing, though. I'll see. I might save the chord patty stuff for this section here. That way it can develop to this fermata I have here, this stop. If you're joining, chat, have some fun. And transpose pitch, I don't really love that C being down there. Because I know like a good player is just going to play it like subtone and soft, but I also don't want some player to go blah and sound like a goose. So maybe this is where our other textures come in. And we put it in harmony. Let's pick an interesting group. Let's give it to alto 1, tenor 1, Barry, and flugel. So that will be what we harmonize here in a second. Obviously, flugelhorn being the lead. I've run the risk of it being a little too low and a little too crunchy. Maybe I leave those in octaves and I fill in the middle. I could go with that. I will lower my Barry though. Okay. That'll be cool. I want these trumpets to go to bucket mute. I don't have bucket mute playback. But I know it. We all know what a bucket mute sounds like. We can imagine it. Bucket mute. That will allow me to do some lighter stuff here. Before we keep writing these next 8 bars, let's back up and listen to the shout chorus again with a development. Get everything into our ear for everyone who's joining. No one told me my microphone is muted, by the way. Thanks a lot. Now I might just end stream. No, I won't end stream. I won't end stream because my microphone was muted. I will just hide it after it's published. That's embarrassing. Okay. Let's do this. See. I just had to think about the notes really hard for a second. I don't know why. And no, it's just the order of things. Let's see how this arrives. Sounds good. Let's harmonize this arrival chord. And I'm treating it just like a G major. Sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things. Now we're going to treat this chord like a C minor chord. That like B flat. This like G augmented 7 flat 9. That's good so far. And they're not going to play the melody together starting at M. They're going to split off. Let's listen from here. And I'll have to add some piano chords down there. Pretty cool. Okay, let's harmonize these pickups, which is over the C minor, yeah. I don't love harmonizing things that are like not in order, but it's the price we pay. Cool. Part of me wants to add another bar of that G to let this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, bum, bum, bum. You give it some fade out. I feel like I'll think about that. I don't want to overdo it. So let's add these piano chords. I just need some harmony in the background. Obviously, a good piano player will play something good. I'm not gonna. All right, this should help us hear some stuff. I kind of dig this unison thing here. I don't love how it switches, so maybe that's why I want the extra bar to reflect on that chord. That's the dumbest way I've ever said that. this in here. If you're joining the stream, feel free to chat, ask questions. Yeah, I had my microphone muted for like a solid 5 minutes and no one told me. So that's embarrassing. But it's working now. I checked. I'm also sick. I feel so out of it. I'm just putting generic drums in there. I feel it interrupts the flow too much. I think that Fermata will do its job, and we don't need this here. Sometimes it's fine to just change your mind. I want like a ba-ba-doo-doo somewhere in there. And probably in my bucket mute trumpets would be cool. Yeah, what chords are those? F minor 7. And I don't want those to be slurred. I want those to be tongued. This is cool. Change of pace. I think this counter melody with these other instruments. Maybe I save the counter melody for here and just not overdo it. Maybe a melody and rhythm is good enough. Let's listen to it coming out of the shout. Here's pickups. I dig that. Okay, so let's get this melody where we want it. So that's just too high for a flugel melody, in my opinion. So maybe we lower it. I want to hear if this octave shift bothers me. Let's make this melody cool and not sound lame. And 1, 2, 3. What about copy paste? I like the way I wrote it. And they can have this hit with them. Yeah, I know my flugelhorn just started coming out the wrong ear. Let's fix that. My MIDI controller is broken, and I have another one in the garage. I need to pull it out. I just have not. And I actually just messed up that panning. There we go, fixed. So here's where this melody is going to change. This is fine. I kind of like that adjustment there. Let's see if we can make it sound good. And then we don't need those. We just need this. Let's quote our melody from earlier. Bo-do, bo-do. Give this a little gliss, glissy, gliss, gliss. That's how I talk to my cat, by the way. She's fat. I call her Fatty McFat. He loves it. I think I like it. Okay. I think this is a cool development of this melody. There is a one figure I want to go find. Put back here. I think it's this one. That I want to use that somewhere. Okay. I think we should listen to the full piece, get everything in our ear, and then finish it. Here is the top. I'll play a really bad MIDI guitar solo for you. Skip to the second ending. Ah, I butchered that. Yeah, it's a very cool development of that melody. Let's fill in some chords here for some reference. Nothing special. This thing is dog quarter note. Does this say G half diminished 7 over B flat? Yeah, it does. Okay. Move those extra rests. That didn't work. Remove those extra rests. There we go. Let's listen to this melody with the chords. Very cool. Okay. Who wants to play this melody with flugelhorn? Please raise your hands. Barry sax. Good. That's the right answer. Stop. Okay, there we go. I would like to also give this a trombone 1 because I feel like that's a cool texture. Is that where I want it? Because if I give it to 2, I feel like I'm just torturing 2 a little bit. I think 1. Let's give it to 3. They're going to be on the correct side of the band. The listing will be optimal for them. No clue how I just did that, but okay. And let's fill out this hit. Let's just harmonize this. This one. And I'll add this dynamic for everybody. So delete those so it creates them linked because that's cool. And that's my favorite part about Dorico's link dynamics. Not even joking. I love link dynamics. Okay. Okay, I've been playing those in every single stream I do. I appreciate you so much. You're the first person. Can you email me how you want to be credited? Please. And that's extremely nice of you. Did you mean to do 2? Do you want 1 back? I don't know how to do that. All right. Can please email me how or just put your name how you want it displayed so I can put you in my chart. I figure it's just your tag, but am I a self-taught legend? Perfect. If you have a website, I can also include that. Maybe in the future I'll make like tiers or something, but yeah, no, that's my super chat. I think my goal, I think you did it right before my goal ended. So what I'm doing, I'm hoping this might catch on. It seems like a cool thing. is in my streams, people who donate within the goal time will get credited as a patron for my piece. Basically saying like literally couldn't write this without people giving at least a little bit of a crap. But I appreciate you endlessly, seriously. This piece is aptly titled "I Don't Know Yet." It will be changed. It is pretty fun. No one has been interested in it yet. Okay. All right. That's saved in my chart information. Excellent. That sounds good. Here, let me open up your channel. Very cool. You guys like French horns? I'll make sure I put you in there. So I'm enjoying this melody. I haven't played the end there. Yeah. Listen to this ending. So, did you hear this whole piece yet? With everything I've written so far, because I wrote a lot off stream because I was feeling ill. I have a really bad cold after coming back from my cruise. Okay, let's play from the top so I can get some inspiration. I also have another piece, and I'm also going to release an album in April. March or April, probably April. And I'm extremely excited. So there is a piano intro. I'll play the piano intro because it's supposed to be like good. Yeah, it's supposed to be good. There's a lot more now. I'll butcher a guitar solo for you. My MIDI guitar solo. And we'll just jump to second ending. Don't repeat that. I have a great tenor solo for it. I'm going to record though. So this is the last thing I finished last stream, the solo. That's the worst drum fill I've ever written. I have not heard from them, but I was waiting to also reach out to anyone personally until I crossed 3,000 subscribers on my YouTube, because now I have like cross-platform. I have like 10K, which is nothing, but for big band music, I feel like that's pretty good for original big band music, not video game big band music. I'm going to be reaching out to them. I'm also going to be reaching out to Synth V, because I'm super into it's kind of AI vocal generator singer. It's not like it's not like AI in the sense you're thinking of. Like, you still have to write all the music yourself. It's really good for demo mockups, but they just came out with this choir vocals. And the only kind of vocals I write personally is choir stuff. So, and I'm so freaking excited about this. I'm going to reach out to them and see if they are interested in basically giving me all their products if I feature them in videos. Doubt they will. I will reach out to Acoustic Samples. I'm also going to start harassing Warm Audio, because I love their mics. I use so much of their gear. This company is awesome for recording stuff. And I seem to be, based on their artist application, yeah, it'll open in 2026. But I kind of looked at like what is their benchmark. I feel like I'm at the crossing their benchmark for them to consider me. I feel like I might be one of their only big band jazz guys that would be on their lineup. Maybe that means something to them. I don't know. One can know. Okay. That's right. Right. And also, thank you, Logan. I don't want to say your last name and butcher it, because it looks like it's pronounced Fise, something. Logan, thank you for donating. You will be my first patron on any of my scores, so that's awesome. I gotta finish this. This has to be ready, printed, fully formatted, and done in front of the band Monday. I actually finished another piece, and I will take a quick break and play that, because I don't want to get burned out on that other piece. So this piece I'm about to play for you, another big band tune. It's going to be on my album, which I'm planning to release in April. And it is a very, very different piece than I usually write. And I actually started it 3 years ago. 3 years ago. It was more like 2.5. And it's I forget what chart I was playing. I was an undergrad at this time when I started this chart, and then I just haven't worked on it for 3 years, and then I finished it. Here's what it sounds like. Oh, still loading the samples. Okay, here we go. Insert good piano solo here. How are you doing? This is a new piece, by the way. Kind of 3 years old, but new to me since I'm working on it. going to find a good guest soloist that's better than me to play this chart because it's, yeah, I want to get someone better than me. That's why. That's my reasoning. And it fades out to the end. I'm extremely excited to record that piece. I'm also really desperately want to find a band to play it because it's kind of hard. It's a pretty hard chart. All right. Let's jump back to the other piece and finish it. Oh, okay. New piece. What should I title my new piece? Not the piece I just played, the other piece. I don't know yet. It is striking a particular something in me. Every time I write a piece, it's like since I don't write lyrics, I don't have titles. But I still have feelings for them. I don't know what it is though. Load. All right. Here's what we're finishing. And that's what we're going to finish. That's a really good question. Do I mix real instruments and fake instruments? In Dorico, you can't import audio files, so the answer is no. But that is how I record my songs, is I export all the MIDI stems, and I set up my timeline and everything, and then I track every person one person at a time. The reason I do that is because don't have the money to hire a full big band. Hire a full big band. And I also play all the saxes. I also play most of the trumpets, and I play some of the trombones. So then I'm just hiring players for the parts there where I would suck, like lead trumpet, bass trombone. I usually hire my friend Drew. Drew Herder is awesome, and he plays trombone for all my songs. but I do all the saxes myself. And now I own a Barry sax, so I'm going to do my Barry sax. But the process is I slowly whittle away at them. I'll mute out to one and record out to one. I'll mute the Barry sax and record the Barry sax. So at some point in the process, there is a mixture. That happens after I'm done in Dorico, though. So let's fill in this hit. A full band hit seems appropriate here. And there will be a voice crossing, but that's because I don't want to interrupt the flow of the other instruments. And voice crossing, anytime there's voice crossing, it means I have to harmonize things slowly because I'm jumping between parts. And somehow I ended up with the blandest sounding color in my saxophones. This one needs to end on the 9, otherwise. Oh, I was doing it in bass clef. I was like, why isn't that working? There we go. All right, here. Searching that. This should sound good. I'm going to give this guy the roots. He can jump. Barry sax can jump. It's fine. And then they can have something cooler. They can repeat themselves also. So I always have this philosophy around repeated notes. And that is that I don't like to repeat notes in parts because it creates boring parts, and it can also interrupt the flow of like a texture. But that really only applies to lines where everyone else isn't also articulating. Since this is fully articulated, this is where I say, well, I can repeat a note here because it's fine. Now this is a repeated articulation figure. It's really repetition with articulations is good, but repetition in the 8th note line, for example, let's say like. And this is a plight of many people's writing, even professionals who probably hire someone to go through and clean up their parts. Will have things where like alto 2 and tenor 1 will have a bunch of repeated notes in the middle because they're the inner voices. And if your texture is condensing, they might have the same note, but that makes their line sound lame. I have to sneeze. Here, play from here. Okay, that's a good sounding hit. Let's include our trombones. We like trombones, don't we? Ugh, I hate being sick. And also, my trumpet's broken. Yes, right? It's the thing in my videos I make for Instagram that a lot of people kind of give me the side eye about. They're like, what? But it means I have weird voice crossing in some of my inner parts. It means I am willing to do a harmonize a chord in a way that might emit a guiding tone, like a 7th or a 3rd, in favor of an extension if it creates a better line. But what happens is it's just a much better experience for the player. And ultimately, like, I need to write things players like to play. It doesn't matter if I write things I like. Thank you for joining. I'm working on pieces for college ensembles and pro ensembles. If you have a big band, by the way, that wants to play these charts, and you email me here, I'll send you some free ones because I like music and people, I guess. I don't know. So this voice. I do have charts available for sale on my website, and I will have more available for sale on my website, especially after I finish these next couple and after I release my album in April, which will happen. Great harmony. So again, this chord is a little mixed up because I didn't want to interrupt the flow of the instruments that we're already playing, so that there is voice crossing, but it's okay. Sorry for blowing my nose off camera. I am dying of illness right now. I feel terrible. Okay. I would like to put a counter line in here. I want to make sure, and these guys are in bucket mutes. Let's also put these trombones in bucket mutes. Is that a good idea? You know, let's not have them go to bucket mutes till after this hit. I think that will make it more consistent and also a little more logical for when they're switching. They are in bucket mutes at the beginning of this piece. And there's a something, bucket mute trombone with flugelhorn is the most buttery texture on earth. I love it. I use it to death in one of my pieces that's on Spotify. Switch to bucket. They won't have to play bucket till N. Right here, I want a little call response line in the saxophones. That was a cool line. What did I just play? Let's give him a pickup too. And it's not over. No, that's if that's a unison melody. Let's make this a harmonized counterfigure. I imagine the way I harmonize things has to drive people crazy sometimes. Usually I just play it on the piano, but sometimes I keyboard it. And then we're ending on a that first hit is still a C. See what this sounds like. And I always like these to like start loud and fade out. I think it's always a pretty cool figure. So like that. Yes. And let's make him go to pads here, and then that pad can develop. The saxophones will have it from 129 to 131, and then the trombones, they can pyramid in. That way we get to this arrival at this nice, crunchy stuff happening here. Okay, where do I want that pad to enter? Beat 2. Or maybe the and of 2. Here, and of 2, and of 2. And this example of where I'll just play it. And that. Oh, what's the next chord? It might be the same chord. No, it'll spread out. I know I have a repeated note in there. We'll fix that. I want this to... So we could go to there. That'll... Yeah, that'll sound good. Let's hear what it sounds like. Yeah, that's a cool figure. Okay. Do I have any repeat note? Yeah, see, I don't like doing that. But there's my answer. Now, I like to listen to each line individually, also looking at what the horn player is actually going to see, and say, is this line a good line? Yes. What about 2? See, 2, a little iffy. That one's cool. And then Alto 1 obviously always sounds good because it was the melody I wrote. And the simple answer to that is tenor 2 can just suffer. That's fine. Okay, I'm happy with this. I want to make sure it feels good. Let's listen to this back half of the shout going into this. Make sure the pacing feels nice. Let's make a super chat goal too. All right. It felt good. I think I'm happy. I want this arrival here to be a little more notable. And then let me sing this rhythm I want to happen here. I don't think that is the best way to write it. I think that note is deceptively short, and I should put a 2 fart bar is what I just said. 2/4 bar in there. So ba ba wait. Ba 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 da ba do da. I'm thinking I should make this a full bar and put this as a half note. That way people know that's supposed to be long and not like a da da do da. Let's make that adjustment while I'm at it. And then also, my phone is buzzing. Oh, that's wrong for 4. Make sure it's not my wife telling me to go pick up the... Do you use default H bars? What? I got a comment on my post about this. You use the default H bars. What's an H bar? I should know what an H bar is. H bar. Multi-bar rest with a number in H bar. What's it? Why do I not know what an H bar is? Is that a multi-measure rest? Is that? Please confirm. Do people call multi-measure rests like these here H bars? Because I've never heard that term in my life, but as soon as I Googled it. Okay. Yeah, so he's asking someone on the Facebook group where I posted the stream asked if I use the default H bars, and the answer is yes, actually, and I'll comment that for him. But H bar, multi. I've just never heard it called that, so I'm glad I've learned. I'm curious if that's a European thing, because every time I learn something new about a music term, it's because I live in America, and there's just some different language. Let's look at the styling for multi-measure rests. I feel like this is... So wait, not layout options, be under engrave options, multi-measure rests. Old style? I've never even seen that. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. It is called an H bar. Interesting. All right. I guess I do. I use the default H bars. I'll tell them. I do. Literally never heard the term H bar before. I had to Google it. Oh, well, okay. Okay, back to writing. So that'll be a 4/4 bar. This will be my pickup bar, and this is going to be a 2/4. I feel like I'm about to really mess something up. No, okay, it's fine. And then these pickups go there. This will be long. This fermata will go over that note. I think this will make this a lot more logical, and also give me space to potentially put something play during the held note, the hold. I have it set way too long right now because I was trying to make it work at the 8th note. That was dumb. And I want a clear break. I always put a nice, say, Jura to denote my breaks. Did I finish my coffee? Damn. Yeah, there we go. And then let's make the saxophones work up into this hold, and they'll get some kind of moving line. And my sickness, I've been living on chapstick lately. I can feel my lips chapping. Because I can't breathe through my nose, so I'm just going like a mouth breather. You ever drive and you see people just with their mouth agape, and then they just like don't hit their brakes, so they always hit their brakes really hard because they don't slow down when they go to red lights, and they're always breathing through their mouth. Okay. Let's finish this figure here, the saxes. So maybe there's like 2 holds in there. Or maybe there's not, because that could be dumb. I don't even know what the harmony is. That's the harmony, okay. Alright, that makes my life easier. That will get deleted, just temporary. Something, I have a big band template I'm going to release for everybody that has a scratch scratch staff up at the top, but that doesn't show in page view, which I bet my page view is pretty ugly right now, yeah. But it shows in galley view, and what that allows you to do is you put all this information, cues, and chords for reference. And I need to release that. I also have these scripts, and specifically scripts for making worksheets that I need to share. feel like that is a cool line. Okay, let's see. That'll be a scoop, not a grace note. And then there's going to be a grace note approaching this one. Oh. That's where the fermata goes. And maybe it should be unison or octaves. I'm curious if this will sound good. I'm trying something risky here, in my opinion. I might end up harmonizing it, but let's see. Let's also have these guys build up. Okay. That's cool. Obviously, Dorico is butchering its playback because I know why, actually. It's because it treats grace notes like a definitive value, and I don't think there's a setting to change how long it's played for. But in jazz music, we kind of just always write it like this, and it's not a duration derived thing. It's not like it's just a thing. It's a thing that's a thing. It sounds like a thing. I know all of you know what I mean. So I just suppress its playback. And I don't really want to mess with the whole duration. And then we'll have all the horns play this resolution figure there. We'll do that in a second. Do I want this to be harmonized? Let's play it from here. That's a cool little sax bit, honestly. Okay, cool little sax thing. Let's do a trombone thing with the sax thing. Sax and bone. We're running on the G. I'm hearing. I just don't want to make it too busy, but I know what I want. And then I know I want. And let's fill out this harmony. So they have that. I hear what it sounds like. Just keep type. Oh, I did the thing again. You put text and you put a comma. You put text in front of the dynamic. I didn't know that. I never put text in front of my dynamics. I think that's a cool chord to sit on. I think it sounds way too muddy with the MIDI. I think it will be cool in practice. Let's fill out some top for it. So maybe this. Oh, I missed my selection. Okay. I think that the G sticks out strangely. Is this really the chord I think it is? That is what I'm pondering. Let me see. Let's add my trombones to build up into that, though. Let's do something. Let's do these inner voices here in this bar. So. They can walk into that. And I think I voiced that as a. No, I had a unison. I did. Well, let's harmonize it. I didn't mean to make it the same, but I did. Too bad. So sad. And. So let's reinterpret this chord. This is what's throwing stuff off right now. I have this. I think this is supposed to be more. More of an augmented, like. That then steps into this. Yeah, okay, let's try that. That was a B flat. I guess it was just an augmented 7. So that means this F is a culprit. That line works. This is. I like that quality. You'll see how it sounds. Awful. What the heck did I do? Why did I do this? Why did I think that was a good idea? That was stupid. The melody ended on G. I knew that. I knew it did. I knew that was going to clash. Okay. I I think that sounds. I think there's just too much unison that's happening, is what is really bothering me here. So let's have this breakout, and then I think that'll fix a lot of it. Okay, already better. And then the Barry sax should reinforce this. That's too low for it. Yeah, okay, it's so much better like that. It's reinforced. Saxophones have the unison bit, and it's not overly pushing that melody line now. Okay, problem solved. And then here, and then we'll have the saxophones do the ba ba da da inside of that. Okay, that's just preemptively get those notes there, so I know I want them, and they will be unison. The saxes will harmonize in the brass, and they are all bucket. Let's clarify that. So now here's the trick. Maybe they do go to bucket for this hit, but then that. Nah, it's okay if we mix up some of these textures. Bucket mutes. Bucket mute. So maybe we only give the harmony to the bucket mute, and then everyone else has the melody. Yeah. I would like it to gliss. We'll add that in after, though. So that's who we're working with. We have this A. The A flat major 13 quality, sharp 11. That's cool. The G sus. Put to those. This will be a glissy thing. Delay my playback. Trombones will need to slide though. It will sound really cool. I say that. Let's listen. Why did it just do that? What? All right, let's suppress that because I don't know what the heck that was. Someone did something wrong. And then let's give a cool line in the saxes. Something cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, I would like it to be toned. Let's do oops. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's make it like P to F. P to MF. I know I'm being weirdly overly descriptive with some of my dynamics, but I just want to be careful. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. And let's give our bass people bass stuff. Pretty cool. And then this leaves these people. Let's give them space so they can have the melody. Maybe. I'll see. Or they could just suck it up. Have you thought about that? Yeah, let's have the melody in Terminal 3. I think it'll be a nice additive element just to keep it a little fuller, especially coming out of this. Which I guess I just finished this section. Let's listen. Let's backtrack and listen at the end solos. we gotta finish the ending. Right here. Okay. Let's do something. These pickups, that's something I'm thinking of. Sometimes words are hard. I need to put some piano chords here, just for continuity, I guess. Try that again. Maybe it doesn't need to be quarter notes. So, ba ba da da, ba da. It'd be so much cooler. But here. And I know what I did. There we go. Get out. I'm going to ban you. That's my father. Now would be the time I pester my dad to donate money, but I'm going to charge food to his DoorDash account later. So. Getting close. Something in this pickup needs to happen. Something. Probably a piano. But what is the pickup to the piano? Is it 2/5? Is it 2/5? No, it's not 2/5. That's the wrong instrument. Here's my bad piano playing skills. Oops. Wow, that was awful. So where is this pickup chord? That sounds lame. It could be a 5. Something. What is it? Maybe that. No, sounds dumb. Maybe it's a 1-5-1 or 1-2-1, but in different version. What would a bass play? If I had to put bass, that'll help me think. Okay. My rest are messed up. It's amazing I was given one job today, and that was to go pick up a Walmart order. I'm not going to do it. The first chord might be a G sus. And then the second chord might be... It can't be a backdoor. It's not that style. What about add 9? So this was G sus4, B flat add 9. Not it. We'll come back to it. Let's harmonize this line. It's going to be for a couple instruments. It's going to be that and Barry and tenor 2. So how about the hierarchy is going to be this trombone, tenor 2, trombone 2, maybe. All right, harmonize. And we'll make the Barry sax, which is the bottom of the stack, have down the octave. And this is a 9. Can I? No, if I put it there, it'll be crunchy and weird. And that's a C, G, E flat, F minor 11. Maybe I repeat the 9. Yeah, okay. And then this. Listen to this. And No, that's a good sound chord. Sometimes I like to put the 9 at the bottom, acting like a 2. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't answer Martin's text. I need to answer. I'm so bad at answering texts. It's a problem. So this is fully harmonized. Listen. Let's thin out to 3 horns here. I think that will be appropriate. And let's make it trombone and berry. I'm writing it vertically here. Then I'll copy paste it to the correct parts. And then this is actually my berry. And then there's trombone 1. So this chord. Augmented 7. How many times can I overuse an augmented 7? You can never overuse an augmented 7. This is my sus chord resolution thing. Put G on the bottom. I'm hearing this as an F minor, not a C minor. Yeah, that's better. Then here is where we alter that chord. F on the top, which is the 5, and doesn't clash with 513. It's fine. Maybe. What? I thought I disabled Gliss text. I did. So why is it there? Annoying. Okay. We're almost done. I have to go to the bathroom really bad, but I really want to get this done. F minor now. We have the option not to have repeated figures here, so I'm going to do that because it will sound cooler. This might sound better. I tried. I'm okay with that. Tried. What about this? And you know, I'm wrong. It was fine. Don't mess with something. That's fine. I like that chord better though. And then we'll have other horns. Well, specifically, we had the bucket mute people join. Then watch. I'm going to put 3 in the bucket mute. Bucket mute. Bucket mute. let's put these where they are supposed to go. That's supposed to be trombone. This is supposed to be tenor 1, 2. This is supposed to be trombone 2. Who's already in bucket. Ah, got it. And then this is supposed to be Barry. Now the texture is going to be really nice. Watch. This list just isn't working for some reason in the trombone, so it's like saying bad. Okay. So let's give everyone this final chord. And specifically, let's give this up the octave. Then we'll end up, yeah, let's make it, that's a piano extra now. Then this figure will grow just a little bit. Okay. Let's write my articulations in. So close to finishing. That's a pretty good ending. Okay. Felt this chord. I don't have a 9 in there. Let's give this a 2. That way trombone 1 can play a little higher. So we have an F there, which means I don't like this flat 13. We're just going to call it a flat 9 and not overthink it. Something is bothering me a little. I don't know what yet. I mean, I know it's trombone 1, but like, why? I feel like that would fit. Let's have it go up. Do something different. And give this the 7. Yeah, any a trombone sliding any which direction is going to be cool. So that's what I want. Now saxes, they could do something kind of cool, maybe. I hear them doing, I mean, maybe this again. Why did it write it like that? I don't want it written like that. And then put this there. It sounds like isolated. No drums. And hear everything. Just bass. Let's just keep them unison. Look at the transpose pitch. Yeah, it's cool. That's a cool ending. Okay, I'm happy. Let's play this from the beginning, and then I will be done. Then I'll go do my errands. I don't think I need that second return onto there. Here's, I'm not going to play the piano intro. Not going to repeat that solo, pretend the second solo happened, and start with the second ending. That's a just whacked my microphone. Wow. That's it. That's the whole song. And now, I'm done with the stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Logan, for donating. What I'm doing with my pieces is I'm going to include everyone who donates when I'm doing the super chat thing, the super chat goal, and anyone who donates gets credited as a patron for my composition. And they'll be listed down at the bottom next to the copyright. It'll say patrons and anyone who donated. And I don't know, seems pretty cool. So if you catch me next stream while I'm cleaning up all the stuff for this piece, maybe you can become a patron too. Thank you for watching. Have a happy 2026. This is my first stream of 2026. I was on a cruise, then I got sick. And I have some videos planned, including switching to Linux to try to make music because Windows is garbage. And I don't have a Mac and I don't want a Mac. We'll try it out. Probably stick on Windows. I have a couple Dorico videos planned, and then I am planning to release an album, including this song, in April. Thank you, and thank you for watching again. See you in the next one.